Bonjour à la classe. Today we're learning about the plus-que-parfait, which is the past of the past tense. So a past action that happened before another past action. Usage, it basically is had plus the participe passé. For example, I had eaten, I had spoken. And plus que parfait means more than perfect or more than the past. So think about it. Plus is more. So this is more past than other actions. And as I said, these are actions that took place in the past before a different past action. For example, j'avais pris l'examen quand il m'a dit qu'il n'était pas nécessaire. Okay, so I had taken the exam or the test when he told me that it wasn't necessary. So I had taken the test when he told me it wasn't necessary. I had taken the test before I was told that it wasn't necessary. So the past of the past, or the plus-que-parfait. It's a two-part conjugation, so it's very similar to the passé composé in that you have two parts. The first is going to be the imparfait of the auxiliaire, and the second half is the participe passé. So just like with the passé composé, you're going to take the auxiliaire, which is either avoir or être, in the imparfait rather than in the present like we have with the passé composé. And then the participe passé, those are exactly the same as they were in the passé composé. So as long as you've got those memorized or how to do them, then you're set. If not, see my video on the passé composé and you'll figure out how to do that. So for example, avoir, j'avais fait, I had done, and then être, j'étais arrivé, I had arrived. So always remember that just like with the passé composé, most verbs are going to use avoir as the auxiliaire, so the imparfait of avoir. But the Van der Champ verbs and reflexives are going to use être, and they follow those same rules as the passé composé, meaning if you use être as your auxiliaire, your gender and number of the participe passé needs to agree with the gender and number of whoever did the action. Okay, so j'étais arrivé, if I'm talking about me, I'm going to say j'étais arrivé with an extra E because I had arrived and I'm a woman, so I need to make sure to make agreement between arrivé, my participe passé, and the I, je, which is feminine in that case. When to use it. These are completed past actions, so like the passé composé, completed, they are done one time. But these past actions took place before another past action. A good test to decide whether you're going to use the plus-que-parfait or you're just going to use the passé composé or the imparfait is if you put the word déjà, so already, in the sentence. If déjà makes sense, if it makes sense, I had already done my homework when my mom called me downstairs, that déjà already, if it fits, then you can use the plus-que-parfait. For example, quand il est arrivé à la fête, les amis étaient déjà partis. When he arrived at the party, his friends had already left. So that déjà fits. You could just say, when he arrived at the party, his friends had left. That works. But putting that déjà in there helps you to remember and see if it's actually going to be the plus-que-parfait. Right here, il leur a dit qu'il avait déjà trouvé un appartement différent. He told them that he had already found. So before he told them about it, he had already found a different apartment. Now for your a buffet, you are going to fill in the blank with the correct conjugation of the plus-que-parfait using this verb given in parentheses. Make sure you start thinking, if I put the déjà in there, does that make sense? So start thinking about that. You can even add the déjà if you would like to. À bientôt!